Granny Sachs, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. Sachs stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
That's the third. One pitch and one out.
Batting second.
Chris, nobody in the league has a better batting average than he does right now. That one is cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
Really good changeup.
Right side, hard hit.
Get here.
Aranda takes it himself, 2 away. Sachs steps in. Previous batter couldn't get the job done. Now 2 outs. It's late and the pressure is mounting, Chris.
Well, this is where you pick up your teammate, Boog. They need someone to come through right here.
The other way. And it's just foul. That was close. 2 on, 2 outs. That smash towards center. Mullins on the move. And that's the 3rd out. 2 men left. Sachs digging in. Nobody on. 2 gone. But this hitter's still dangerous.
Yep, a swing, a mistake, and suddenly it's a brand new ball game.
That one fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
There's a swing and a drive. Into the corner, but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Sachs had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
This wasn't his finest hour, Boog, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse. Hard for them to get a win when he performs like this.
Sachs stepping in now. You ever get so tired of a pitcher owning you just want to bunt, jog to first and protest, Singy?
Hey, man, whatever works right now. At this point, even a swinging bunt would feel like a trophy.
No score here in the second. Sachs starting up the middle at second, hitting 7th in today's lineup. And on the season, he's hitting out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
And that's a base hit, and they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Sachs at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league. And that one handled. Not in time. He's safe.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Tracks it down for the out. And that is Sachs. Played pretty well in this win. 3 hits in this one, always respectable.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Back here in Houston. Okay, all set to go. Granny Sacks digs in now. And we're underway. Hard hit to right center. Nice grab on the run. One down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Pat under it. And there's 2 away. 1 away with a runner at third. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Out to short. Win. On to first. But the game is tied as the run comes in. 1 down. And here is Granny Sacks. Ursig, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success.
Well, for a manager, when you can have that one special arm in the bullpen that you know is just reliable, tell you what, that makes his job a whole lot easier to manage a ball club.
Sliced hard but foul. The Orioles down by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering away upstairs. And as a hitter, are you thinking swing from pitch 1?
I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm trying to recognize what's he got today. What's he going to throw? How's he going to come at me? Try to get as much intel as you possibly can to give yourself a chance to succeed.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. To third. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Sacks did a good job in the win.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Granny Sacks ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency. Just about to get underway. Stepping in, Granny Sacks. And that's how this series begins. That's ripped. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hey, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
He was all over that one. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Singy. That one fouled off. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock. 2 on, 2 outs.
Second base, Granny Sacks.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And now the 0-1. Jackknifes out of the way. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw. Safe. He beats the tag. It's 6-6. Now here is Granny Sacks. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. On a line out towards center. And there are 2 down. So back to the top of the order. Here's the second baseman, Granny Sacks. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count. These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Slow ground ball to the right side. Tosses to first. Not a terrible result as the tying run advances to scoring position.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get it.
In a 1-run game as this one ends 10-9. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Sacks trying to set the tone early. Let's see if he can be the one to break through.
Yeah, Boog, you want guys who want the bat in these spots.
Makes the catch, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And it's through for a hit. Keeps the inning alive, and now Yordan Alvarez to the plate. Man at first, 1 away. On the ground right side. And a foul ball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed.
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. Headed for the plate. And now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Sacks. The next to hit takes outside. Runner takes off. Pitch is high.
That's the ball.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. That one the other way.
Find the ball, find the
no
ball,
one
find the
can
ball.
get there. It falls in. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. And they lead by 4. Back to the top of the order, Granny Sacks. The next to hit for the Orioles. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. The run scores from first, extending their lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think of
Sacks had a sensational showing in the win. Knocked in 3 runs for them.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Granny Sacks comes into this. Back at Globe Life Field. Now it's the second baseman, Granny Sacks. On the ground to third. Mauricio with the throw to first. One pitch and one out. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Got a way to square it up. Good job.
Hey, by the way, Chris.
Yes, John.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Hit in the air, right field. And that'll do it. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Carter takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Now, Granny Sacks.
Granny Sacks.
On the ground to third. Dives and he can't hang on.
He's
The
in
throw
there.
won't
Hey.
get there in time, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play. Orioles an out away. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Now he steps off. The tag, and he's out at second. And that wraps it up for this afternoon. Sacks had a decent showing in the loss.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
Granny Sacks. First and second, one out. Sacks getting ready to hit. Out to center. Grisham is there, makes the catch. Swing and a ball popped in the air.
Pick it up. Pick
Fair
it up.
ball.
Pick it up.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
And it one hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they've tied it.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
On the ground, right side. To first, now two out.
Up next for the
Sacks with some solid production in the win.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
Back now at Oriole Park, bottom of the first.
second baseman,
Granny Sacks now at the plate. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And the tying run is on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Popped up. And there's one down. Sacks, multi-time All-Star, a career batting average over 350, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. On the ground to third,
Beat it out.
out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back to the top of the order. So next to hit for Baltimore, Granny Sacks. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, one out.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. As the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Sacks locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy.
On the ground, right side. Jump throw, and very nicely done for the out. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a bouncer. Caballero tosses to first. One pitch and one out. Back here in Baltimore, Granny Sacks digging in. He's the league leader in batting average, and that bat has been scorching hot, Singy.
Yeah, and everything off his barrel is noisy, Boog. Gap-to-gap approach, stays inside the baseball beautifully. It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Sacks, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. That one ripped, but foul. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Pena whips it to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done. And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Stepping in, Granny Sacks. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris.
Ball.
The Orioles could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1.
Ball.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Swings and sends a rocket to right. One up, one down. Back now at Oriole Park. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Granny Sachs.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Singing, he's currently the team leader in runs scored. Now a pop-up on the infield. Rice under it. And there's one down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Back here in Baltimore, Granny Sachs steps in, looking at the WAR leaderboard, and he's right near the top, Singing.
That tells you everything. Offense, defense, base running. He does it all. Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Ground ball right side, could be two. To second, there's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation,
Sachs did a good job in the win.
maybe not his best showing, but they got the win, and he should be happy about that.
Granny Sachs. Sachs steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Whips it to Casas. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Sachs up now, trying to make this pitcher work, Singy.
Yeah, it's time to be annoying, Boog. Spoiler mode activated. Foul balls, deep counts, whatever it takes.
In the air, right field, Abreu in position, and that is that. Sachs with a less than great game in this one.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
Sachs steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Late with the swing there. The Orioles looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Sachs digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
Swing and a slow roll.
Beat it out, beat it out, beat it out.
On to first. That ends the inning. Well, we go bottom six. Granny Sachs digging in. He's the league leader in batting average, and that bat has been scorching hot, Singy.
Yeah, everything off his barrel is noisy, Boog. Gap-to-gap approach, stays inside the baseball beautifully.
Henderson over to first in time. One away, bottom of the sixth. So two down, and now Granny Sachs. Slapped foul.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Campbell tracks it down for the out. Nothing across here this half. Through 8 full, it's the Red Sox 3 and the Orioles 1. Sacks had a poor showing, needed to do more.
Well, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Sacks stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay throw. Save! Just ahead of the tag.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Sacks steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher, Singy.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing, Boo. Just mixing barrels and bad intentions every time they face off.
Fought off foul.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's to third. Durbin whips it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, number 40. The batter, number 13. Second baseman,
The Orioles would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Fouled off. He was late.
These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And that one finds its way through. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Good job.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
So back to the top of the order. Granny Sacks will hit next. And that one fouled off.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Should be extra bases. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Here comes the runner. Now a relay to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. And it's a one-run game. 2 outs, but the winning run is at first. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. Tap foul at the plate.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back here in Baltimore, on to the bottom of the 10th. Dylan Beavers digs in now. Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brings it in.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman, number 25.
Sacks. Digs in, tying run on.
You know, Boog, it gets tense in these late game battles, and it comes down to focus. Can't afford to miss the mistake pitch right here.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. The Bo Sox trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches.
Sacks with a valiant job in defeat. 3 hits in this one, always respectable.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. They didn't get the win, but he certainly wasn't the